Welcome to the Pondarosa. This is going to be the start of my YouTube channel where we do a little bit of gardening, a little bit of maintenance around that yard, property. It could be anything. Between my husband and myself, we do a little bit of everything. Miss Edie, what are you working on today?
Everything.
Well, it looks like you got a big mess back here. So what's happening?
You rebuilt your porch.
Yep. We are rebuilding the porch. If you look, oh, he's getting ready to burn some trash now. So if you look at this side right here, this is how this porch looks. So him and I put this hardy plank, hardy board back here. Look, get off of the pad. They're not supposed to be up here. Hard headed, and so we took everything off the porch, and we are in the process of putting in some sheetrock. We put down just a linoleum yesterday. This is the porch area, and my husband installed these windows here. And we gotta come back and paint the sheetrock and finish doing that portion of it. But that's why I said, here on the Pondarosa, we do a little bit of everything. Very few things that we pay people to do. We don't know how to do it. We'll figure out how to do it as much as we can. There's some things that we have to pay for, like we have people come in and cut out all these trees. This whole property is full of irrigation, sprinklers everywhere. So in my mind, if they got that many sprinklers, they had to have a lot of pretty plants and flowers. So it's just got overgrown, and so we had people come in, I think probably maybe 3 times, and cut out this underbrush. Try to clear it, try to reclaim our property. There's no use of having 6 acres and you can only use a quarter of an acre. Nah, so we're putting money and time into this property. It's a lot of hard work, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. So right now, my husband's getting ready to go down here and burn a lot of trash that we've been housing. Boxes, Amazon boxes, stuff that you buy. You know how they do. You can get overwhelmed with boxes if you're not careful. So we got a little burn patch back here. Burn barrel that we burn stuff in. So there's a lot of work that goes on this property. We don't just sit in the house and watch TV. We're active people. We're trying to be homesteaders, trying to learn how to be self-sufficient as much as possible. Now, we're not that extreme, but we try to do what we can as much as we can. We actually built this flower bed here maybe 3 years ago, and I put this willow tree in last year. I'm telling you, this willow tree was like a little stick. It was bare root, probably maybe 3 feet tall. It's just a little stick. And this is what it is 1 year later. Really grown. That's the lady. She has found her stick. A rock. That's what they do. They like for you to throw and catch and fetch and do that. This little peach tree here, I planted this year. It's still living, but it has not put on a single leaf. I don't know. I fertilized it. I don't know. Maybe it'll come. So I got some grapevines down here. I planted these grapevines in another area last year. Year before last. I think it was actually last year. And they grew so huge that it had overtaken the spot that I planted them in, and we wound up moving them later than earlier, sooner than later last year. And I think we kind of started their growth because we waited too late to move them. But it does have a few grapes on them. Got some grapes. But it's not going nowhere near like it did when I originally planted it. But when the fall comes or when it comes, I'll come back out here and get it pruned and tamed in a way that it's supposed to grow. But right now, it's just everywhere. So Japanese beetles have been attacking it like everything else. This little tree right here, same thing. I think this is a one of those persimmon. Those I forget the brand, like a Fuji persimmon. I think this is what it is. Planted this last year, it didn't do nothing. It just sit there and sit there and sit there. But this year, it's putting on some leaves. So this is not the right name for it. I just put that little sign there so that my husband would know it is a fruit tree. Don't cut it down. And this is the burn area. So getting ready to light this baby up. But all this junk. And this brings us back around to my garden. So I'm gonna walk around here on this backside of this okra just to make sure I'm not missing it because those plants in the front are tomatoes and I thought they were actually eggplants when I initially set them there because the leaves look so different and come to find out they are a beefsteak type tomato. I don't see any okra back here, so I guess we're okay. We're not missing anything. I see some little ones growing, but nothing sizable enough to even pick. This is Sheila and Lady, the guardians of the world, and I'm looking at still deer damage. These are some potatoes that I threw in these grow bags here. I see a couple of blooms on these tomatoes here. I'm sorry, strawberries here. And the deer was even in here eating. Look, they're snapping. And this is some rhubarb. Take that leaf off. But strawberry bloom, but my other strawberries that up at the closer to the house, they didn't do very good this year. They came out and bloomed and put on a few strawberries, and that was it. That was it. And they just stopped. After that first little few they put on, they didn't put on anymore. So this is a beefsteak. This is going to be a beefsteak type tomato plant right here. You can see that there's a huge tomato back there, right there. Hopefully the camera can capture it. Looks like I need to come in here and do some pruning. These leaves need to go. I was looking at Jamaica. What is it? Jamaica Living. I like to watch her show. She's so funny, and she posted a video. I saw it yesterday. I'm not sure when she posted it, and when she talked about, she made a very good valid point. She talked about tomatoes wanting to do their natural thing, which is fine, like the indeterminate type cherry tomatoes. She made a very good point because those tomatoes were growing in the wild. There's no one there to bind them. They're gonna grab a hold to whatever they can grab a hold to and bind and crawl and sprawl all over. So she did a comparison to one that she trellised up, and then she showed the one that was growing all over the earth, rooting itself, coming up and planting itself where we wanted to, with no help from us, except for a little fertilizer in the beginning when she planted it, she said. And that thing had so many cherry tomatoes on it compared to the one that she trellised. And I said, well, yeah, she's right, because um, if this stuff grows naturally the way it's supposed to, it's gonna vine everywhere and sprawl. Yes, I had cherry tomatoes last year. I got a couple this year too. And when I tell you, them things got out of hand. They had me where I was even scared to come in the garden because it was so bushy around. You couldn't see anything. You couldn't. It was just a hot mess. And so I promised myself that I would not let my garden get like that this year, because I'm telling you, it was like a jungle. So I did plant a couple cherry tomatoes this year, but my main goal was to plant more slicing tomatoes, and I think I also planted some Roma style tomatoes as well, because I do want to can tomatoes. Oh look, there's a couple of those cherry tomatoes that are already ripe. I'm not sure of the variety, but they're getting ripe here. And just like Jamaica said, when you start pruning these, I'm start trellising these things. She showed all the dead leaves that was on them. So I'm not sure if listening to everybody is the right thing to do. Like she said, do what works for you. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to nobody. Do what works for you and your garden and your environment and your space and your property. So basically, there's no right or wrong way. Whatever works. Whatever gets you produce vegetables and fruits in the end is what you're supposed to be doing. All right, so I see a couple here that are, spiderweb, that are blushing, so I'm going to go ahead and get them too. Oops, just like 3. I'm not sure what kind of tomatoes these are. I didn't do a good job of labeling. And whatever it was I planted, I wanted it, so it don't matter uh, uh, what the label is, because I planted the ones that I wanted. And then I also had a lot of volunteers come up from last year. I'll show you those in a little while. Now, they got dead leaves way up here. I need to get my snippers. Let me get my little snips. Dead leaves up here. Oops, sorry about that. This dead leaves up here. Turning brown. I think most of this is coming from all the rain. It seems like everybody in the world is talking about the same thing. All the rain they're getting. Um, and now I think it's getting ready to stop raining and turn into a doggone drought, heat. That's what I think is getting ready to happen now. Because I saw the news this morning, they talked about triple digits are expected next week. And I've been asking my husband to help me get a shade cloth over these tomatoes. He got so many other projects going. Till he hadn't helped me with that yet. But it definitely has come to shove with that, because triple digits, these little tomatoes, they ain't not gonna be liking that. Good thing about it is I do have this tree right here that will protect them from that sun that sets here in the west. And that is the west, right directly behind that tree. That's a persimmon tree. So it kind of gives some shade to this area. So I'm very hopeful, thankful for that. So let's see what else needs attention out here. Okay, looking pretty good. All right, and look at these beauties here. Like I said, I forgot the name of them, but I do have them in the pack inside. So if I was really interested in knowing the name, I can go back and check out the name. But I'm okay, just as long as they're growing, and everything looks to be healthy. A couple of tomatoes here. I picked a few of these Supremo beans here yesterday, and we put them on the grill. It looks like there's some more today, or I missed them yesterday. I don't know which one, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these while I'm not here because they'll hide from you. And you look right over it, and that's what's the good thing about these beans. When they do get fully ripe, they turn like a red, so you can see them easily. I planted some Cherokee Rex yellow beans on the 20th last week. So when these things start to play out, or they should be coming in, my goal is to can enough stuff so we'll have lots of options and choices over the winter as far as vegetables go. That is the goal. I want to be able to go to my freezer or my pantry and pull food that we grew for meals. I actually am looking at investing in one of the freeze dryers. I tell you one thing, those babies, they ain't cheap. They are not cheap. But from the reviews that I've read and the videos that I've seen on them, I think it's a worthwhile investment because it preserves the food in a way that it retains like 95 to 97% of the nutritional value. And that's what you want. And then they also taste just like it tasted as though it was fresh, so it doesn't change the taste as far as vegetables go. Now, I see a lot of people do a lot of stuff with them, like freeze dry candy and eggs and milk and meats and stuff. Uh, all fine and dandy. And I'm sure if I get one, I will be freeze drying eggs because we do have a friend that has chickens and they often give us eggs. And meanwhile, while he's doing that, Let me get to doing what I'm supposed to be doing. My son is coming. The heat is, the heat is on, baby. The heat is on. All right, let's get at it. It ain't gonna get done unless you do it. It ain't gonna get done unless you get to it. Might as well get at it. Ah, doggone. Little gum trees just grow. I think squirrels plant these things everywhere. That's what I think. Let me get these roselle in the ground. Let me dry out. So, if you don't know what a roselle plant is, roselle is in the night. I think it's a nightshade family. I think because it kind of is a relative of okra, and when it grows, it actually resembles okra a lot. The leaves, the flowers, it looks just like okra, but it produces this red. I forget the word they call it. Produces like a red pod when it gets ready, and that happens like in the fall. So, but a lot of Jamaicans like sorrel hibiscus because they make like this little drink, and the drink is good. But like I said, I made wine with it, and it was delicious. Woo! They're throwing rocks and sticks. The dogs running, chasing it. Gotta watch my eyes when that stuff flies. They fly and pop me in the eye. So this is projects that we're working on. We gotta get this bed uh, weeded and straw down. You wouldn't believe, but about, I promise you, 3 weeks ago, I had taken all of this green stuff out. These poor roses, the Japanese beetles are just beating them down, eating them down. Just had a discussion with a gentleman a couple of weeks ago. He told me there's a purpose for everything, and I swear to God, I kind of believe that, but I just can't understand what's the purpose of a Japanese beetle. What is the purpose of a Japanese beetle? The only thing I see it do is destroy stuff. I don't even never see anything eating it. Because if something was eating it, like a lizard or look at how the doggone deer been up here eating this hostel. And you see, this is at my front door. They ate this one. They ate that one. Look at that pretty calla lily. Beautiful. Oh, and they normally do this. This is another hibiscus flower in the center. Deers love it too. Because the one back in my back garden, they didn't gnaw it down, but the Japanese beetle normally attacks it too. Look at Sheba and Lady Honey. They like chasing these dragonflies. Them doggone deers just come up to the front door eating all these hostas. They have no respect. Oh, it's a bunch of weeds in here. My husband gotta get that stuff out of there. I guess I haven't been around here in a long time. But we working on it. We are working on it. Yeah, these weeds is growing everywhere. Whew, it's a lot. It's a lot. You take that weed, it'll take him about 20 minutes to get all that crap down. But me pulling it by hand wear me out. So this is where I had my strawberries planted. They didn't do well when we came in here, and we weeded them out of here. And that's some sage and some mint and some garlic chives right here with the flowers on them. That's the sage. Look at all these dragonflies. Oh, it's just having a field day. Hydrangeas. They were full bloom a couple weeks ago. They were beautiful. And here's some zinnias that me and my granddaughter planted. Me and Joelle and my grandson planted these hibiscus here. I'm sorry, not hibiscus, but shoot. I can't think of the name of it. Things and deers keep eating. I'm surprised they didn't go after eating these. And they ate these. See that little frog.